Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Liban and today we're going to be talking about a game that I had the opportunity to go hands-on with, and that game is called PACER. So let's go right into it. For those of you who aren't aware, PACER is a futuristic racing game. It used to be called Formula Fusion before it got revamped. So if you think Wipeout, then you're pretty much going along the right lines. Of course, thanks to the team for sending me the build, which allowed me to jump into the game, take part in a few races and get just a taste of the experience that we'll be seeing from PACER in its full release. So as mentioned earlier, if you have played anti-grav races such as, let's say, Wipeout or even F-Zero, then PACER will make a lot of sense to you. For those of you that haven't, PACER is basically a very high-speed racing game. No, seriously, I was going off the start line, I was literally just like, whoa! It's very fast. Now the footage you're watching is from the PC version of the game, which I've put to the highest settings my setup could basically handle. And while the game obviously looks great, it's moving so fast you probably will miss a lot of the surrounding details, but if you ever get a chance to slow down, the game does look actually pretty beautiful. Now for those of you who are thinking, well, this might be a little bit too fast for me, there are several speed classes you can jump into. The starter one being the F3000, which is geared more towards the casual / arcadey crowd. But thankfully, the higher up you go, the higher challenge you are going to get from the game itself. So for those of you who are long-time fans of the genre, there is something for you here as well. I do really appreciate with games like this where you manage to balance a sense of high speed while at the same time not trying to make me feel nauseous. Now I can't speak for everyone out there, but I felt in this instance it did a very good job. Of course, the faster you go, the harder it is to control. Now I felt that this wasn't down to how well tuned the crafts themselves are, but more player skills, as things like turning corners felt really well polished. You do of course have your standard races, you know, first one across the line, etc. But the game does try to mix it up with several other stipulations, such as not being the last person to finish any particular lap, or your health being reduced after the first lap, giving you just a little bit of extra challenge to go along with it. Now there will be a lot of comparisons to Wipeout, which is completely understandable. However, I think the biggest difference this game has between itself and Wipeout is that you can actually choose your loadouts for your craft. This could be done before you actually jump into any race. So you could choose from things like a cloak to an energy ball to a mine itself. So when you are jumping into races themselves, it becomes more of a sense of your own actual player skill than a lucky lottery of depending on what you actually pick up. I'm sure there will be an optimum setup for this, but that's something we won't really know unless we get a chance to dive deep into the main game when it actually releases. I enjoyed my time with PACER and I look forward to playing the full game, especially challenging those online. Now, this team has come a long way, especially since the game used to be called Formula Fusion. They had to go back to the drawing board, and it looks like that extra time and care they put into this project will actually bear fruit for them. Thank you for checking out this preview. That is it for PACER. The game itself will finally be releasing on September 17th, so do go check that out. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider liking it and sharing it with your friends for those who are interested in PACER or anti-grav games in general. And of course, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions in particular about the game itself that I haven't really covered here, obviously we're just previewing it itself, drop me down a comment below and I'll answer the questions as best as I can. Thanks again everyone for checking this out. Go check out the other awesome content I have here on the channel and I'll see you in one of the other videos. Peace.